There's a meadow beside our house that we don't own, with an ancient tractor sitting in the middle, overgrown with tall grasses. Like a piece of art. Every spring after the thaw, there's a guy who shows up towing an old 70s camper. He backs the camper onto the edge of the meadow just off our parking area, and it sits there all summer. And it's gone again in the fall. I spoke with him one time, last name of Cotton. Said the meadow belongs to his old man. That's all they use it for anymore, is just summer storage for that beat up old camper. They call it the Palace. That beat up old camper from the 70s. A joke or maybe a term of endearment, they call it the Palace. I finally met the old man last summer, Al Cotton. In some sporty-looking car from the 60s, he'd driven down here from Kelowna just to sit for a while and look at the Palace, parked in the tall grass. I engaged him in conversation, but Al doesn't share much, I guess. But one thing he did say, life's too short to drive boring cars. Maybe it wasn't just the Palace Al Cotton drove down here to sit and gaze at that summer day. We'd swapped emails, and later he sent me a few old photos of a cabin that used to sit in the meadow where that ancient tractor sits now. The photos showed two young boys sitting in the entrance to that cabin, and Al said that's his two sons back in the 70s. But back to that day last summer. After about a half hour of just sitting there, Al Cotton put his sporty little set of wheels from the 60s in gear and drove away. Sometimes after an encounter like that, I'm left with a feeling like I might have just seen a ghost. Well then, let's take a lesson from the ghost of Al Cotton. Life's too short to drive